welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me. Today is the beginner workout number 3, building on the previous 2 workouts, taking our reformer practice a little bit deeper. I am starting on 3 red springs today. We are going to be using a Pilates box, so if you have the Pilates box, please make sure that it is available. My straps are connected, my headrest is up, and once you're ready, go ahead, join me on the reformer. I'm going to go ahead, lie myself down, and just go ahead, settle myself down onto the carriage. I'm going to find my heels on that bar, sits bones or hip bones distance apart. Relax those shoulders. Get yourself situated on that carriage, and once you're ready, let's begin with our Pilates breath here. So take a big inhale through that nose. Think about that air, ribs laterally pushing out, expanding through the back. Exhale that air out. Again, take a big deep inhale. Exhale it out. On this last one, take an inhale, flex your toes towards your nose. On that exhale, go ahead, push your legs out. Straighten those legs, resist yourself in. So you want to think about those heels pressing into that bar, squeezing those glutes at the top, pressing the balls of the feet into that imaginary floor underneath you. Abs are pulled in towards your spine. Tailbone is heavy onto the carriage. Taking a moment to analyze how you feel. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. On this last one, come in halfway. Little pulses here, a little up and down. Control that carriage. Keep those abs pulled in. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend yourself out and bring yourself in. Let's slide down to the balls of the feet, all 10 toes picking up real estate. Heels are lifted ever so slightly. Draw those abs in, take a big deep inhale, exhale, extend that carriage long, keep those heels lifted, resist it in with control. Knees are pointing straight up to the clouds. Neutral spine is engaged. Legs are working together. We'll go for 4, then we're going to add those pulses. 2 more. On this next one, you'll come in halfway, hold it, little pulses up and down with the carriage, control that carriage. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out and bring it all the way in. Staying with our balls of the feet on the carriage, click those heels together. Take a big deep inhale, extend through that neck, extend those legs long, zip up those thighs, control the carriage in. Squeeze through the inner thighs, pull up through that pelvic floor. Abs are pulled towards that spine. Chest is heavy, tailbone is heavy. Squeeze at the top. We got 4, 3. On this last one, we're going to bring those pulses in halfway. Keep those heels connected. Pulse the carriage up, down. Little movement, getting deep into that muscle of those inner thighs. We got 6, 5, 4. Last one here, extend it all the way out and bring it all the way in. Let's go ahead, flip those heels back to parallel. We're going to open them to a wide position, so wider than our hips. We're going to externally rotate so the knees come out, but not too far over the hips. You want to keep the knees in line with the hips. Toes are flexed towards your nose. You're going to take an inhale, exhale, extend it out, resist it in. You want to be mindful that you're moving from even weight from both sides of your body, not allowing your stronger side to take over. Balls of the feet are pushing down into that imaginary floor, and you're squeezing the glutes at the top. Let's go for 3 more. For 2. Last one, we're going to bring it in halfway. Come in for those pulses, little up and little down. Keep those abs pulled in. Control the carriage. It's all about control. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend yourself out and bring yourself in. Let's slide down to the balls of the feet. We're going to lift those heels. Stay in that wide position. Knees are externally rotated. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Extend that carriage out. Keep the heels lifted. Resist it in. Definitely feeling more of that back body here, squeezing those glutes at the top. Let's go for 4. Adding those pulses for 3. One more here. Next time you come in halfway, little pulses up and down. Embrace the shake for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out. And let's bring it all the way in. Flip those toes back to parallel. Let's walk them towards the center, back to hip distance apart. Balls of the feet are still on the bar. You're going to extend yourself out. From here, I want you to drop both heels underneath, coming in for calf stretch or a tendon stretch, really dropping those heels. Come up on those toes and go ahead, drop those heels. Let's continue this movement. Let's do 4. Each time trying to get those heels just a little bit deeper. For 3, 2. Last one, come up on those toes, drop one heel. I'm dropping my left heel, my right heel under, left knee is bending. And then I'm going to switch. So my left heel is under, my right knee is bending. Alternating from side to side, coming in to a little bit of prancing, up and down, slow and controlled is the name of the game. Try to take the wobble out of the movement and the knees shoot straight up towards the clouds. We got 4 each side. 3, 2, and 1 more. Come up on those toes and bend those knees. Go ahead, bring your knees in towards your chest. Let's roll those ankles for a moment. Go ahead, find those heels back onto that bar. If your headrest is up, please go ahead and knock it down. Headrest should be flat. Heels are on that bar. Sits bones distance apart. Arms are by your sides. From here, we're going to go ahead, articulate our pelvis. We're going to tuck our pelvis, scoop it towards our nose. We're going to begin peeling ourselves up 1 vertebrae at a time, coming all the way up to that bridge. Keep those abs and ribs pulled together, knitted together. You have 1 straight line from the knees to the hips to the shoulders. When you're ready, you're going to march your left foot up to tabletop and bring it down. Watch the transfer of the weight. Now we're taking the right leg to tabletop. Bring it down, marching each side. Control the shift of the weight. Try to keep that carriage quiet. Hips don't drop. We got 3. For 2. One more each side. One right, one left. When that left foot comes down, lift those hips if they fell. Now I just want you to pulse the hips an inch down and lift. Inch down, lift. Think about squeezing those glutes at the top, finding that long line from the shoulders to the knees. We got 3, 2, last one, hold it up. When you're ready, take a big deep inhale. On that exhale, begin to articulate your spine, one vertebrae down at a time, pushing into that carriage mat. Slowly, tailbone is the last thing to touch the mat. Find that neutral spine and go ahead, bring your knees in towards your chest and rock it out for a moment. We're going to come up off this carriage, make a spring change. So I'm going to take my right hand, bring it over to my left shoulder block, and I'm just going to roll off my carriage and push myself up. We are going to be coming to a spring change. So I'm going to be taking off 2 red springs, keeping 1 red spring on and adding a blue spring to it. So I am left with 1 heavy and 1 medium on my reformer. I'm also going to pick my headrest up, double check my straps that they're ready to go, and then I am going to lie myself down. Once I lie myself down, my feet are coming to the foot bar and I am going to reach up, grab my straps. Please be mindful, long loops are a little bit lighter, shorter loops are a little bit heavier. So you choose where you want to be. Arms are coming up to the cloud. Draw one leg to table. Let's meet it with the next. Squeezing them together, abs and ribs are connected, tailbone is heavy, shoulders and back are pushing onto that carriage mat. We're going to come with a straight arm press. Arms come straight down towards our sides. Resist it up. So pressing, pushing our arms down, resisting the pullback. Trying to keep those collar blades open. Mid-back onto that carriage, heavy. Let's go for 2 more, and then I'm going to give you the option to add that chest lift. Next time those arms come up to the clouds, hold them above your chest. Tuck the chin towards your chest. Curl yourself up. Look with the arms. Everything is one smooth motion. So you're pushing down as you're lifting your chest. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next time those arms come up to the clouds, find your foot bar, drop your feet from side to side. When you come back to the center, extend those arms, legs come back to table. From here, we're going to bring our arms down towards our waist. We're going to hold them there. Now, we're going to come into single leg stretch, option to keep your head down or tuck your chin towards your chest. Curl yourself up, look at those knees. Tailbone is weighted and heavy. Extend that right leg long, pull it back. Push through those hands. Extend that left leg long, pull it back. Alternate from side to side for single leg stretch. Really push those arms, lift that chest towards the foot bar if it's available. Alternate from side to side for 4. We have 3, 2, last one. When those knees come together, float the arms up, head comes down, feet find the foot bar, drop your feet from side to side. When your feet find the center of the foot bar, extend those arms. You're already away from the bumper. Connect those shoulders, draw those abs and ribs, connect them. One leg to table, followed by the next. Arms come to your waist. Reach those arms long. Elbows turn towards your waistline. You're going to bend at the elbow. Resist them long. So same options are going to come here, going to give you an option to lift your chest in 4, 3, 2. Last one here. Next time you bend those arms, you're going to tuck your chin towards your chest, curl yourself up and reach towards the foot bar. Again, curl it down, lift and reach. Think about reaching long. The bending of the arms and the chest lift become one movement. We have 4, 3, 2. On this last one, option, keep your head up or bring your head down, arms stay straight going into double leg. Extend both legs out, pull them in, reach through those arms, extend, pull it in. We got 6. Anytime you need to put your head down, you do so. 4 more, 4, 3, 2, you got 1 more, reach it long, knees come in, arms come up, and head comes down. Find that foot bar, drop your knees from side to side. Take a moment. Once those knees come back up to the center, go ahead, reach those arms over the chest. Again, you're away from the dock. One leg to table, followed by the next, squeezing through the center. You're going to press the arms down to the sides, flip the palms so they're facing the bottom. You're going to open the arms out to the T, squeeze towards your bottom. Squeeze. We're going to do 6 more here, then we're going to add that chest lift. So working on a little endurance and adding some moves. We got 2 more, adding the chest lift. Last one here without the chest lift. Next time the arms open, you're going to tuck the chin towards your chest, curl, exhale, and resist it down. Head comes down, arms open. Really push, really squeeze around that bottom. Push and press. We got 3 for 2 and 1. When the arms open, the head can come down, find your foot bar, and drop your knees from side to side. All right, 1 more set. We're going back into our hundreds. So working on a little more endurance with our hundreds. We're going to pick those arms up, doing them in straps this time. Find those legs to tabletop. Once those legs are to tabletop, you're going to tuck your chin towards your chest, curl yourself up, and reach those arms towards the foot bar. Option, we're going to start, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more sets. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Hold it tight, let the arms come up, and bring your head down. Bring your feet to the foot bar, drop your knees from side to side. All right, so we added 2 sets onto our hundreds. We did 5 sets last time, and now I went to 7 sets. Next week, we're gonna do the whole set of hundreds. Once you are ready, you can go ahead, hang those straps behind you, hang them on up. I'm gonna take my opposite hand, which is my right hand, come into my left shoulder block, and I'm gonna roll myself on up. I am gonna be making a spring change here. I am coming to 2 red springs, and my medium blue spring is coming off, adding a little more weight onto the carriage. I'm gonna take my headrest, I'm gonna put it down. We're gonna lie ourselves back down, coming into a little bit more of hip and glute work and some glute strengthening. So we're coming back into bridging, but we're coming with shoulder bridges and a flat back hinge. So arms are by the sides, no articulation, draw those abs in. Light a carriage, you want to pull those heels towards your glutes, try to keep that carriage quiet. Squeeze, when you're ready, take an inhale, exhale. I want you to lift those hips up to the top, trying to keep that carriage quiet. Now drop the hips, touch the mat if you can, lift and squeeze, trying to keep that carriage as quiet as possible. Release the glutes towards the bottom, squeeze and lift. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, sorry. 2 more here. Next one, you're gonna hold it up. Hold that leg up. Any leg you want, I'm gonna start with my left. I'm gonna bring it to tabletop. Now I'm gonna drop my hips. And I'm gonna lift. Keeping that one leg, working in that single leg bridge. Now you have this option. If you want, you can extend this leg to the clouds and make it more difficult. Just watch your calves will cramp if you're not ready. Last 2. Last 1, we're just gonna hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot down, stabilize yourself. Let's bring the other leg to tabletop. Let's go with those single leg hinges. Hinge it down, lift it up. So you have the option, you can keep your leg in tabletop, or you can extend the leg up towards the clouds. You choose where you want to be. When you extend the leg up to the clouds, it gets a little bit deeper, which may make you cramp just some, so just be mindful. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it up. We're going to hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place that foot on down. Lift those hips and hinge yourself down. Excellent job. Bring that carriage in and bring your knees towards your chest. All right, put those feet back on the foot bar, and we're gonna turn over towards one side, going into side lying. So I'm gonna start on my left side first. I'm gonna take my arm this time, and I'm placing it on the headrest. My bottom leg is bent, my top leg is coming to the foot bar. So your head can be resting, you can lift your headrest up and rest it this way. What I want you to be mindful is that the heel is towards the edge of the foot bar. Your leg is parallel. Your hips are square to the wall in front of you. And your obliques here are lifted ever so slightly. You're holding this side waistline from laying down into that carriage mat. You want to hold it strong. Heel is pushing. When you're ready, you're going to take a big deep inhale. You're going to exhale yourself out, resist it in. So staying in a parallel foot, working out through the heel instead of the ball of the foot right now. Really coming in, sending that booty back, and pushing out. We're going to go for 4 more, and then we're going to add some pulses. Working on glute strengthening here, building up our glute muscle. Last one. On this next one, you're going to come in halfway, little pulses in and out. Small little pulses, controlling the carriage. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend it all the way out and bring it all the way in. Great job. Staying on that heel today, we're going to externally rotate the heel towards the clouds. Hips are trying to open. You want to try to keep them square. From here, push yourself out, resist it in. So again, feeling a little bit of different movement, different work in the leg as it's coming up towards the quad and the inner thigh. Try not to roll too much on your back. Try to keep those hips square. We're going to go for 4 more, and then we're going to add those pulses in. Last 2. Come in, little way, little pulses, in and up. Get into the belly of that glute. You should feel it right in that lower glute. We got 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Can you push it all the way out and bring it all the way in? Go ahead, place that knee down, hit that hip if you need to, and we are going to rotate over to the other side. So just turning on my carriage, coming into the other glute. Going to lay ourselves down. I am going to just fold my arm, set my hips up. My bottom leg is bent. My top leg heel is coming towards the edge of the foot bar. My toes are pushing off the foot bar. I'm grounding through my heel. My knee is parallel. My hips are square to the wall in front of me. When you're ready, you're going to push the carriage out, resist it in, trying to keep that knee level, not letting it drop. Also trying to keep your hips square, not rolling towards your back. Obliques are lifted, not resting on that carriage. Use that breath. Get deep into that squat, push and press. We got 4, then we're coming with those pulses. 3, 2, last one, push it all the way out. Come in halfway, little pulses here, up and down. Working deep into the belly of that muscle, feeling it low in the glute, connecting to the back of the thigh. 3, 2, last one. Can you push it all the way out and resist it in? Great job. We're going to externally rotate that foot. Remember, the knee externally rotates, but the hip tries to stay square. When you're ready, take an inhale, exhale, push the carriage out, resist it in. Really feel it on the back of that thigh, connecting to that glute here. Trying to stay, not to roll towards the back, trying to stay square, keeping those obliques lifted. We got 4 more, full length, and then we're going in for those pulses. This will be your last full length. You'll come in and then we'll pulse it. Pulse it in and out. Try not to roll towards the back. Feel that glute working up and down. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out and bring it all the way in. Go ahead, place that knee on top. Hit that glute if you need to. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to roll towards the center. You can roll yourself up, sit on your carriage. And you can go ahead, just fold your feet into a butterfly stretch here and just open up those glute muscles. All right, once you are ready, we are going to be taking off 1 red spring, coming down to 1 red spring only. And then we're going to come off our carriage and we are going to grab our box. We are going to put our box on the short ways. Mine goes over the shoulder blocks. You use your box however it works with your reformer. Once you have that short box on, one red spring, you're going to go ahead, sit on the box. You're going to face the risers. Reach down, grab your straps. You have the choice between the long loops or the short loops. I am going to choose the short loops here. Once you're sitting up nice and tall, I want you to make an X with those loops. Send those shoulders back. We're going to come in for a row. So reach those arms long. We're going to come in for a high row. So you're going to bring those elbows wide, resist it forward. You're keeping those abs and ribs connected, your shoulders plugged down your back, and you're moving and squeezing your scapulas back and down every time you reach those arms towards the back. Neck is long. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those arms down, flip the palms, thumbs are up towards the clouds, coming for a low row. You're gonna pull the elbows towards you, resist it forward. Pull them back and forward. Think about not popping through the chest. You're growing tall from the crown of your head, and you're squeezing those scapulas together and down every time the elbows come behind. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Go ahead, let's drop one strap. I'm going to drop my right strap. I have my left strap in my right hand coming from a diagonal. So I'm going to start with my palms, knuckles facing towards the clouds. I'm going to go with a single arm high row, resist it back. So same weight, now working single arm work. So what I want you to be mindful of is that your bottom is heavy. Your waist is pulled in towards your spine, and you're moving from your arm only. Reaching, pressing, squeezing towards the back. We got 3, 2. On this last one, you're going to hold your arm up, elbow stays out. You're going to rotate towards the elbow, bring it back towards the center. Stay here. Rotate. Keep both glutes planted into that box. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center and hang that strap up. Let's go ahead, grab the other strap. So now I have my left hand with my right hand coming into the strap. You have the choice between the long loops and the short loops. Knuckles are up towards the clouds. From here, single arm row, resist it back. Elbow comes wide, squeezing that scapula back and down towards that back. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold that elbow wide. We're just doing the rotation. You're going to rotate. Take your gaze with the elbow and bring it back to center. Again, rotate from the waist. Bring it back to center. You're thinking about your glutes being planted onto that box, rotating with your elbow and back. Take the gaze with it. Last 2. 1 more. Bring it back to center. Release that arm. Hang that strap on up. I am going to turn on my box and face you. If it's available, I'm going to put one leg down. I'm going to reach, change my spring to 1 blue, take the red off, and then I am going to sit normally on the box with my feet hanging down. I am going to grab my strap. Sitting up nice and tall, you have the choice between the long loop or the short loop. I'm going to take the short loop here. I'm going to sit up long out of my waist, shoulders are down. My arms are coming, one hand is strapped, so unilateral work here, single arm work. We're going to bring the arms to the center, resist it back. So you're opening your arms, essentially squeezing a beach ball and bringing it back to center. So hugging a tree, really like a bear hug, hands come together and open up. Last two. Excellent. Bring those arms down. Let's roll those shoulders. I am going to be transferring to my longest strap as I am going to be reaching my arm up over my head. So just be mindful, coming up over your head is a lot more difficult than bringing it at chest height. So coming to my longer loop, I'm going to bring my palm. It's going to face the side of my face. Palm is towards my ear. I'm going to reach that arm straight up and pull it down to a field goal position. Again, reach it up. You want to try to be planted between both hips, reaching those arms up and down. You may be able to ground yourself a little with your hand onto the side of the box. Let's go for 3, 2, 1 more. Let's reach that arm down and go ahead, relax those shoulders. You can place that strap onto its peg. We're also going to come up off that box. And now we're going to take that box and it's going to come on the floor. If you have a lower reformer, you do not need your box here. If you have a taller reformer, this is where you're going to need your box. So before we step up onto this box, you want this box locked in between your foot bar. I'm going to be changing my spring to 1 red spring. And then I am going to step up on my box and I am going to put my back to you. My inside leg, which for me is my right leg, is coming towards the headrest, the shoulder block. My outside leg is kind of towards the edge of the carriage mat, lined up with the carriage mat. My hands are towards my hips and we're going to come into side split. So you're just going to extend that carriage all the way out. Now draw up through your abdomen, up through your pelvic floor and pull those legs together, squeezing through the midline. Again, extend them out. Keep those abs pulled in, shoulders down. Pull it up, 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 up through the pelvic floor. Again, extend it out. You can bring your arms if you want to add some movement and pull it in. Extend it out and in. Let's go for 4 more. 4. And 3. Really working on that flexibility here. 1 more. Bring it on in. Carriage comes all the way to the dock. I'm going to turn my foot on the carriage so it faces the foot bar. My foot also faces the foot bar, coming into a lunge position. Now my heel is up on the shoulder block. My toes are down on the carriage mat. I'm going to bend into my standing leg. Leg on the carriage stays straight. We're coming into a lunge. So you want the knee to be over the ankle. Come into that lunge. Pull yourself up to a standing position. Again, you can bring your hands to prayer. You can bring your hands to genie. Whatever works for you. Right now we're bending that standing leg and making sure that that knee stays in line with that ankle. We're going for 4, 3, 2. This time you're going to stay out. You're going to hold it out. Now I want you to hinge at your waistline. Hold your hands at your waist. Can you bring the carriage in and push it out? Maybe you're able to extend your arms. Maybe you're able to extend one arm, but you're bending your knee at a hinge spot, working deeper into this standing glute with this hinge position. We got 4, 3, 2. This last one, I want you to hold it out as long as you can. Reach those arms, hold that carriage. Can you hinge yourself up? And hinge it down. So coming into a little bit of balance work. Hinge it up and down. Just 2 more. Hinge it up, down. 1 more. Hinge, straighten, and back to the hinge. Close the carriage and stand that leg on up. Great job. Go ahead, step onto that box. You can shake that leg out for a moment, and we're going to take that box and we're going to bring it with us to the other side. So now I'm on the other side. I am going to lock my box up against the foot bar so it doesn't fall. I'm taking a step onto my box. My inside leg, which is my left leg, is coming to the shoulder block. My right leg is coming towards the edge of the carriage. Arms can be at your hips. You're going to extend that side split out and pull it in. Again, extend it out and pull it in. If you feel okay, you can let your arms come with the motion, pulling it in deeper, pulling in those inner thighs. So you're thinking about peeling up, 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 up. Let's go for 3. 2. 1 more. Bring it all the way in. Excellent. We're going to turn towards the front. My front foot's going to go forward. My back foot's going to come up against the shoulder block. All right. Leg on the carriage stays straight. It's the bending of the leg on the box. You're going to bend that knee over that ankle and resist it up. Again, bending the standing leg. Leg on the carriage stays straight. For now. So again, your hands can come up. You do what works for your hands. They can be at genie. They can be at prayer. We're going to go for 3 more. For 2. 1 more here. We're going to hold it down. Now, we're going to hinge ourselves over. We're going to bend this knee in, push it out. Bend it in and out. You can keep your hands reaching long in front of you. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold it out. This is where we're going to hinge it up. Catch that balance. And down. 3 more. Hinge it up. Down. 2 more. One more. When you hinge yourself in, bring that leg all the way in, grab to that foot bar, and you can stand it on up. Let's shake that leg out. And then we are going to be putting our short box back onto our carriage, changing our 1 red spring back to a blue spring. And I am going to sit my back towards you, working my other arm now. So I am going to grab my strap down in front of me, choice between the short loop and the long loop. Sitting up nice and tall, weight is evenly distributed between both sitting bones. Arms are coming out to hug a tree. When you're ready, draw those abs in, send the shoulders back, bring the arms together, resist it forward. Together, and resist. So essentially you're thinking about hugging everything towards your midline, resisting it back. String is pulling you tall from the crown of your head. I exhale to bring together. Inhale to open my arms. Last two. One more. Go ahead, let that arm, drop that arm, relax that shoulder. This is where I am going to move to the long loop. Palm is facing my ear. I'm going to reach my arm straight up over my head, resist it down. So this arm, I probably could have done the short loop. This is my dominant side, much stronger on my right than my left, but I'm trying to balance out, so I'm going to stay a little bit lighter on this side. Last two, reaching up and over. One more. When that arm comes down, go ahead, hang that strap on up. Let's roll those shoulders, and we're going to step up off that box for a second. We are going to add all of our springs on, starting our short box abdominal series, and you are going to find your strap, your safety strap, and make sure all of your springs are on. Once you have that safety strap, go ahead and sit on your box. You're going to place both of those feet in that safety strap and pull them wide. Now, I am sitting at the very edge of my box, nice and tall, my abs are pulled in. My hands are either going to come to Genie or around my chest. I'm going to choose Genie because if I go around my chest, it blocks my microphone. So just be mindful that around your chest is a little bit easier, especially when we do the hinging. All right, so hands are coming to Genie, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to start with that flat back first. So sitting bones pushing down into the box. Abs are pulled in, chin is in line, gaze is ahead of you over your nose. You're going to hinge yourself back with a flat back. Stay with your gaze over that nose, straight back, hinge yourself right back up. Again, let yourself fall back with a straight back. Draw those abs in and pull yourself up. So you want to use your abs, let your legs help you, but you don't want all the work to come from your legs. Hinging back, pull, squeeze, lift, and lift it up. Let's go for 4 more. So flat back, just hinging from the hips, allowing yourself to fall back, draw those abs in, scoop and lift. Let's go 1 more here. Hinge it back, abs in towards the spine, and lift. Good job. Relax those shoulders. We're going to come with some articulation. So same thing, hands either in front of your chest, or you can come around your waist. You can come in front of you. I'm going to stay in Genie. I am going to tuck my pelvis towards my nose. I'm going to roll, continue rolling myself back till you feel where you can get yourself up. You're staying scooped through your abdominals. You're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, you're going to pull yourself up, roll yourself forward, and stack your spine. Again, scoop, tuck and roll. Come back to where you think. Tuck that chin, scoop and roll it up, and straighten that back. Let's go for 4 more. Tuck, scoop, find that C curve, roll it back, pull up, drive up over your knees, round the spine, and sit yourself up tall. Let's go for 3. 2, tuck, scoop, and roll. One more here. Tuck, scoop, and roll it up over the knees. Bring it on up and sit up nice and tall. Let's go relax those shoulders. You can take your feet out of that strap. Let that strap go. We're just going to stay sitting up nice and tall. And what I want you to do is I want you to bring your hands back to Genie. Feel the weight in between your sitting bones. We're going to twist towards one side. I'm twisting towards my left first, staying equal heaviness between both sides. Bring it back to center. Let's rotate to the other side, getting that rotation in of the waistline. Bring it back to center. Rotate and back. Last two. One more towards the right. And bring it back to center. Go ahead, roll those shoulders. You can take that box off. We are going to be winding down. So I am going to pick my headrest up. I'm going to make sure that my straps are where I need them to be. We're going to take everything off our weight, our springs, except one red, one blue. You're going to go ahead, you're going to lie down. Feet are going to come to the foot bar. You're going to grab behind you, grab those straps. Go ahead, bring the long loops over one arch, press out with that strap, bring the other foot in. Once those feet are in those straps, think about your neutral spine is in place. And from here, when those legs come up to the clouds, you're going to bring them down towards the foot bar in parallel and lift them up. You're thinking about squeezing those legs together, keeping that tailbone evenly weighted, and not allowing your bottom to come off that carriage mat. Let's go for two more. Next time those legs are at 45, hold them there. I want you to bend your knees in towards your chest, push and press away. So knees come straight in towards the chest, push and press away. Think about drawing those abs in, resisting the weight as you pull those knees in, slowing down that action. Last three. For two. This last one, when the knees are in towards your nose, hold them there. Straighten the legs to the clouds. Push them down towards the foot bar. Bend in. Extend to the clouds. Push down. Let's go for three more. Bend in. Extend. Push down. Two more. Think about pushing down from this crease of your seat. One more. Next time the knees are in towards your nose, hold them there. Push away. Resist the pull up. Bend the knees. Push away. Float the legs up straight. Bend the knees. Push away. Let's go for three. Two. When those legs are long, hold them there. Float them up to the clouds, come around for your circles. Really think about extending those legs out long, out and around. Last two in this direction, then we'll reverse. When those legs come up to the clouds, hold them there. Push them down towards the foot bar, out and up. Last three. For two. Last one here. When those legs come up to the clouds, hold them there. Flex your toes towards your nose. Pull down for that hamstring stretch. You can release those straps. Find the soles of your feet together. Come down into a butterfly stretch. Maybe rock yourself side to side. Maybe come down into that reclining butterfly. Arms can just rest by your sides. Take a moment to enjoy and once you are ready, bring those feet carefully to the center. You can extend those legs up to the clouds. Take one foot out, carefully bring it to the foot bar, release the other foot, and then you can hang your straps on up. Once you are ready, you can slowly push yourself on up. And we have finished our beginner workout number 3. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this workout. And like always, please like, comment, and share. And if there's anything you'd love to see, just drop a comment and I will be sure to do it. All right, I will see you next time. And everyone, have a great day. Bye.